well, is this going to play out better here for the Brazilians, or will the Chinese get the better of them on this?
Well, on paper, it might actually play a little bit better out for Hemo Brave, because we saw them with that very good performance up against Pacific Magda, where they tried to, utilize that slow play style, take control of the areas of the map, really choke Pacific Magda's control of the map, and that worked out very well for them. And similarly, we've already seen AG playing on Port as well, and that was the map, if you remember, that they lost up against Boss.
And it was a map where we saw them use that double sniper setup a few times to put 70 kg over towards A on defense. And well, Boss, they just kept playing to the other side. They just kept playing to the other side. They didn't care.
For now, be interesting to see what AG decide to do actually on Port, because we know they can run that double sniper setup. 70 kg and LSN. LSN very well known for his, I suppose, ability to use all the weapons and his effectiveness with all of them as well. So I think that's going to play a part here on Port. We did see the double sniper setup coming out quite a lot from AG on this map. Whether or not Joe is going to be up to the, up to the standard of those two players.
Well, I guess that's it. And the other thing I think to keep in mind here is that yesterday, when All Gamers did play on Port, they attacked first and they picked up 7 rounds on attack. And look at this. They're starting off on attack once again, Elfish Guy.
Yep.
So we're into game number 2. It's do or die for Hemo Brave. All Gamers, on the other hand, would like to find themselves with a quick 2-0 victory and progress through to this afternoon's grand final up against Boss from Vietnam. All Gamers, to be fair, I think played well on this map yesterday.
Yep. I think they definitely need to have a good attacking side, though, because their defending side did leave a little bit to be desired.
Yeah.
Spot out LSN and wins that duel. Doesn't even take any damage. Good start into this one here for Hemo Brave. They needed a good start, like we said. That's what it was, but they need to be able to convert this into a round win.
Yeah, well, that's precisely it. One kill is obviously not enough. It certainly helps, and it's a great start here for Hemo Brave. But what can All Gamers do? 7-2 was the score. We saw them up against Boss on this very map yesterday. They were very, very aggressive. They attacked that B site time and time again. We saw they did it quite convincingly. There was very little that the guys from Boss could do. On the flip side of that, when Boss attacked B time and time again, it looked like All Gamers really had no clue how to counteract that one. So let's see what Hemo Brave can do up against the Chinese. Looking to me like maybe B-side is where they're going to try and push for now. You can see that the guys from Hemo Brave have 2 players just sitting up the back of the site, and that's not a bad place to play. The 3-stack pushing forward, though, now for All Gamers. Yeah,
a lot of information coming out for Hemo Brave, though. You can see they've pushed a player forward in towards mid. They know there's really no one from AG in that direction. They know that there's not that many over towards A. And as a result, a float starts to come across towards the B site. It's going to be Joe, as well as Aim Green, starting to make their way in there. And you can see Aim Green coming from behind. He could be a huge player here, and he's already found 1 kill onto ZQ. 3 players still remain for AG, but they have the player disadvantage, even despite the kill that TF2 is able to pick up. He's traded out there as well. Hemo Brave starting this one off very well. Aim Green finding a double from behind, and 3 kills for him in that round. Exactly how Hemo Brave needed to start this one off.
A great start here from Hemo Brave. On the B side of site, we saw AG hit time and time again yesterday. And, well, they really shut that one down. And All Gamers, they need to rethink this. Are they going to push it again? Are they going to do it differently? Did they just miss a few of their shots? Were they outplayed? And you can see that the Brazilians are pushing forward just a little bit, trying to find information, but the Chinese are pushing forward even further. You can see one up there on connector between mid and A site. For now, just pushing forward, trying to grab that info. But a 4-stack for the moment here from All Gamers out towards A.
All Gamers again playing this one relatively slowly, trying to find a pick. As of yet, haven't managed to do that. Aim Green actually got 4 kills last round. I thought he only got 3. But still, good start for him regardless. We'll see what the rest of Hemo Brave have for us throughout the rest of this map, because we're definitely going to need to see everybody stepping up. Aim Green's done his job, at least for now.
He's having such a great series, to be honest. He played well on sub base, and to be fair, he started off pretty well here as well.
Yep.
It's harder to go much better than picking up 4 of the 5 frags.
He's definitely trying to put his team on his back, and at the moment, it's worked out so far here on Port, but it is only the first round gone by. Still plenty of time for AG to play with, but it is ticking down. 1 minute left on the clock, and now they start to sort of slowly but surely make their moves. Peeking in towards mid, in towards A. Figuring out where they want to go with this one. Trying to figure out how Hemo Brave have their defensive setup going. Looks like 70 kg setting up a flashbang maybe for one of his teammates.
Look at this, even pushing through very, very quickly onto the site. DQ finds one, LSN goes down, DQ goes down, and even does find one, so does 70 kg. It's a 2 versus 2 right now. The bomb not yet planted. They're going to get over to the site, but they need to get it across.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. The bomb's sort of in no man's land at the moment, being wrapped around upon by Vinny as well. 70 kg is going to have to hightail it over towards that A-bomb site and get the bomb down very quickly because he's in danger of being cleaned up. And the trouble here for AG is they don't even have HP to play with. They can't really take an aggressive peek or anything like that because they'll be punished for it. They need to find the 2v1, or even, actually it's 70 kg who finds the kill there. And now a 1v2, Vinny, he has to work with this one. He's got 2 very low HP players up against him, but is it going to be enough?
Well, can he get the first? He does. They now know where he is. It's a 1v1. Vinny's still with all of the HP, and he gets the double and will, of course, defuse the bomb. 2 in a row here for Hemo Brave. And, well, this is a great start coming out for them.
Definitely looking like they're a little bit more comfortable here on port and having a better time of it, obviously. 2 rounds, that's a pretty good start, to be fair. Considering AG are very good on the attacking side, if Hemo Brave can make it maybe to something like, I'd say, 4 rounds in this first half, I think they might have done enough.
Well, that's it. Boss only managed to get 2 defensive rounds up against All Gamers yesterday on this very same map. So, look, that's a very, very good start. All Gamers, on the other hand, they're coming off a convincing Map 1 victory, and they would be expecting to do a little bit better than this here. Obviously, it doesn't take much to turn it around to pick up 2 quick rounds. Can they do this up against Hemo Brave? For now, they're not pushing aggressively. They're holding back. You can see that Mass, again, just playing that role around the building. Is going to drop back now towards the A site. But they have a reasonable split, playing very, very far back, trying to play reactive defending side here is Hemo Brave.
And it's worked out so far for them. I mean, admittedly, that last round was a 2v1 clutch, but it felt like Hemo Brave were in a very good position for the majority of that round. So I don't mind that Hemo Brave have not changed anything up here and just playing a little bit slower on this defensive side than maybe you would ordinarily. But look, can't fix what's not broken. And at the moment, nothing's broken for Hemo Brave here.
We can see that LSN just holding the flank for now over near connector, whilst the 4 remaining players from his team will slowly push towards B. You can see nades coming out. People know where they are. They know what's going on. 2 players now rotating back across, but still, it looks like the B side is where they're going to push Vinny. We can see here, he's trying to watch the site from both sides. He's not sure what he needs to keep an eye on. He doesn't know precisely where these guys are, and you can see the 3rd player now rotating across. But while the flank going to come out here from AG, they need to be very, very careful, Hemo Brave.
Yeah, what can Joe do? He's the one that has the duel, and he's not able to win it. 70 kg picks up the first and the second for his team. And this is looking good for AG as they start to make their way into the site. Ruzao is going to go down to ZQ, and that's it. The bomb site well in control of the B bomb site, rather, well in control of AG at the moment. Math and Aim Green, the sole survivors, as I say that, though. LSN picks up 1, gets traded out, but a 1-for-1 in that situation definitely favours AG as 70 kg is able to close out that frag. And there's a round on the board now in the second map for AG.
Yeah, that was very, very well played here from All Gamers. They got across. They had a bit of an idea where the players were. They pushed through on the flank. They came through from both sides. They cleaned up 3 Hemo Brave players very, very quickly on the B side. And, well, it was a good, fast change up there coming out from the Chinese.
Definitely was. What do we see them do in this round? Hemo Brave, are they going to adapt to it? Aim Green and Joe, they do look like they're going for a bit of a push here. Is this going to catch AG off guard? Bit of a boost.
Wow, that's a nice boost.
And now they're going to peek at the same time. Let's see how this one works out. ZQ is going to go down, as well as even a good trade there for Joe. 2 for 1. And now Matt, is he going to be able to do anything? No, it's going to be LSN to trade one back. But in the end, actually, Matt does get the trade for himself. So overall, 3v2. Hemo Brave looking good in this round.
Yeah, they have the player advantage, 1:38 on the clock. Still a lot of time here for All Gamers to do something. And now, as they reset, those 3 players from the defending side will try and spread out across the map. But they're leaving A side open, but certainly ready for the retake here. TMQ and 70 kg trying to get this bomb down. You can see actually the bomb sitting down out towards the silo there for now. I'm not sure if that's the safest of places for it.
No,
if
probably
he goes
not.
down, they're going to have to try and get that one back. pushing forward. They want to try perhaps and find one frag and even it up and then get the bomb plant down.
They have a lot of time to work with here, so AG, they don't have to rush that bomb down, but in the end, it does look like they're going to be able to plant that one. Now, 3 versus 2 on the retake here for Hemo Brave. It's a winnable round, but we know how strong those AG players can be. 70kg and TMQ. And it's 70kg to start off the retake situation. Favourably there for AG. Finds one, TMQ another, and that brings it back to a 1v1 as 70kg does get traded out. Fuel across, and it's AG to win it. TMQ picks it up.
And it's back to a 2-2 now. Scores are even here on our second map of our semi-final. Hemo Brave started off very well. Unfortunately for them, they lost that round, but to be fair, I did like their quick push there along A-Long. It wasn't bad. The boost came out. They almost got it. In the end, I think one player turned around at the last minute and got caught out from Connector, which was a little bit unfortunate for him. Otherwise, it would have been a favourable trade.
Early sort of engagement there coming out. Aim Green pushed aggressively into the Connector. A great grenade comes out. LSN gets tagged down very low. And overall, a favourable situation there for Hemo Brave. They have got some forward map control, a bit of information here as well. And AG struggling in this round.
Still 5 alive for both teams. 1:45 on the clock, pushing at the moment towards this B site. You can see one player holding very, very far forward on B, right at the door, right ready to go. They want to pick up these frags, but against 3 players, it's going to need to be one heck of a spray here, Elfish Guy.
Yeah, definitely is. And, well, we'll see whether or not that's going to be achievable at the moment for Hemo Brave, because AG are slowly but surely making their way in. And, well, it's going to be an aggressive push from Hemo Brave. It works out pretty well. Ryuzao and Spinny finding one apiece, but TMQ, he does one better, finding 3 for himself and really putting the team on his back at the moment. He's pulled them through last round. This round, he's making things look a little easier for them, but admittedly, all of these AG players very low on HP. Hemo Brave could clean this one up.
Yeah, they could, but Aim Green now the last one left for his team. A huge weight on his shoulders here. He finds one and does so without losing any HP. It's now a 2v1. We saw him clutch before. Can he do it again? He's been playing very, very well today, but with 70kg. Oh my goodness! He picks up the double kill and will pick up the round here for Hemo Brave. Aim Green once again with the entire hopes and dreams of the Brazilian team on his shoulders and doing so with style.
What a spray transfer to come out from him at the point where Hemo Brave needed it most. He's been sort of the rock of this team, sitting there on 7 kills at the moment, top fragging for himself and for his team. He's doing a good job, but he just needs someone to step up with him. Vinny, in this map in particular for Hemo Brave, has been pretty good, but still yet to see much from Joe.
Wow, that was an incredible piece of play there, and I think we'll see that one in our replays package a little bit later on, Elfish Guy. You can see they pushed a little bit further forward here, Hemo Brave. Again, the B site looking like the option here for all gamers. A 3-stack for now. One player lurking near Connector and mid here. Just trying to find a spot perhaps to stop that rotation coming across by the defenders. You won't see a 3-stack on defense right now for Hemo Brave. So this incoming 4-stack might be a little bit difficult to deal with.
So smoke's coming out there from Ryuzao, and Vinny in a nice spot here as well. Might be able to catch someone off guard, but does get taken down very easily in the end there by TMQ. It's all down to Ryuzao, and he does find one. TMQ gets traded out in a 4v4 now. AG have not committed to this one just yet, but they do have some good map control in towards mid, and Hemo Brave are going to have a real struggle of trying to take this site back.
It certainly will, down to only 2 players now. Mass and Aim Green pushing across from mid up against 3 players here from All Gamers. The bomb plant going to go down. A different situation to before, because these guys are on quite a bit of HP to deal with. You can't just spray down and pick up 2 with a couple of rounds. It's not going to work like this time. 30 seconds on the bomb clock. They're going to want to push through together. I don't know how much utility they have left, but it would be useful to have. CQ and even easily pick up the 2 frags.
Excellent post-plant positions coming out there from AG. The Crossfire was excellent, and, you know, Hemo Brave, they had no idea where to look. One guy steps out, the other guy hides, and vice versa, and it worked out very well there for AG. So now, 3 apiece at the moment on the first half here of Port. Hemo Brave have done a pretty good job so far, but admittedly, I feel like they might need just a few more rounds. Yeah,
a couple more would definitely be ideal, but of course I keep going back to Boss only picking up 2 rounds on defense yesterday up against All Gamers, but again with a team like Hemo Brave where momentum I feel is so important, you really don't want to find yourself in that 7-2. We saw them with an 8-1 against them last game, and they unfortunately were not able to come back from that. 3-3, a different story, looking good. This is what they want. But it's quite a seesaw of a game. They're back and forward. They're winning rounds by a lot. They're losing rounds by a lot. They win by a little bit. They lose by a little bit. Look at this. You can see Mass pushing up very, very far. You can hear these guys, I'm sure, the connective boost coming out. They're ready to drop down into A-Long.
LSN is going to make his way forward. The point man at the moment for AG. Entry fragger, so to speak, at the moment. Hasn't done a whole lot. Math and Joe do pick up one apiece. Only one kill comes across for AG, but at the moment, again, TMQ trying to bring things back for his team. He does go down overall, and it's 70 kg in a 1 versus 3. This time, we'll see what he can do with that sniper rifle. Has a couple of low HP players to deal with, but Vinny, full HP, and Hemobrave in a good position to be able to win this round as well.
I was going to say they know precisely where the bomb is. They know we can only come from like one of two different positions.
Yep.
And of course those boxes up on the site, they're easy to hold behind. When you know the opponent has to come through and push and grab the bomb, it's almost impossible there. And Hemobrave out in front, 4-3. 2 more rounds left in this first half. And 4 on the board on the defending side, looking good. Looks like maybe a quick B push, at least for the moment. No, is it going to be a bait here, Elfish Guy? You can see the 70 kg holding over there at the moment, but the bomb not yet decided where it's going to go.
Yeah, even I'm not sure where AG are going to go with this one. The bomb is sort of rotating backwards and forwards across the map for now, and AG haven't had much success at really either of the bomb sites. They have been able to get rounds, yes, but none of them have really looked convincing. And so they need to change things up. They need to figure out what's going on. They've only got... Well, they don't have the sniper at all here on 70 kg. They've decided to go for the full rifle setup.
Yeah, well, they're going to try and boost and push perhaps towards A-Long again. We saw them do this last round. It didn't work out, but it was an entirely different scenario. Right now, Hemobrave have 3 players over towards B, only 2 over towards A. So some serious spray from Aim Green is required. Right here, he finds one. ZQ goes down. He takes damage. Joe picks up one as well. 3 left alive. Hit from the Chinese. They continue to push through. Joe goes down. 3 versus 4. Now Aim Green's picked up by TMQ. And it's now a 3v3. They've got the bomb. They've got the bomb side.
Oh, that's a... Oh, he missed the shot. I thought he was going to hit that. It was going to be a huge pick there. LSN, if he had have gone down, it would have dropped the bomb. And Hemobrave would have been in a great spot to pick up the round there. But now, after that missed shot coming out from Rizal, all of the difficulty is increased for Hemobrave on this retake.
The bomb successfully planted 3v3. What is Maths going to do here? He needs to find this frag. That would make life so much easier here. 70 kg gets the better of him, and now only Ruzal is left alive for his team. Big ask. It's not the scope. What can he do? You're trying to use the Deagle right now at range. Probably not going to work out. Swaps across, but TMQ finds the round and evens it back out to 4-4 here, Elfish Knight. Last round of our first half of game number 2 in our semi-final. It's going down to the wire. Who is going to come to the second half with the lead?
It's a good question. But in saying that, I feel like Hemobrave 4 on the board already. That's a pretty good scoreline to start things off here in the first half. They might just have done enough, but they're definitely going to be wanting that 5 so they can have a bit of an advantage heading in towards the second half here. At the moment, AG are not making life easy for them, but 2 minutes left in this first half. Who's going to come out ahead?
Yeah, that was interesting. It looked like they were going to 5-stack straight across to the B site. They moved there very, very quickly, but in the end decided against it. For now, potential there for them to move across. We'll have to see how Hemobrave wants to play this. Looks like 3 over towards A, 2 on B for now. If the guys from All Gamers do push out, they might be able to get onto this site. You can see a couple of players pushing towards mid and connector as well. Are they ready for the rotate? Potentially that's where they're going to play. We saw them split onto B before. They did so successfully. It was quite a convincing round for All Gamers. Maybe that's what they want to do again. 1:23 on the clock here. Still, no one going down, only a little bit of damage onto 70 kg. Which way are they going to play?
We do start to see, a bit of restlessness coming out from Hemobrave. They are looking like they want to move around the map a little bit more. As of yet, here we go. Are we going to see a rotation come out from Hemobrave over towards the A-bomb side? It almost looked like Joe was headed in that direction, but he thought better of it. LSN is going to find one to start things off. Gets traded out, though. So overall, not too bad there for Hemobrave, but AG starting to make their entrance on towards that B-bomb site. We've seen Hemobrave hold off quite well so far, and Ruzal, he finds 3 overall, and now just a 1 versus 3. He finds 4 in the round, and Hemobrave, they go up 5-4 in the first half.
This is precisely what the Brazilians needed to do. They come away with a first half victory. They get 5 on the board. That's quite a big difference to what we saw a little bit earlier on yesterday morning when we saw All Gamers up against Boss. Both teams only managed to get 2 rounds on defense. When they went to overtime, you know, it was only 1 round on defense that was won in all of overtime. They were all attacking rounds.
Yep.
What can Brazil do here now? They are on the attack. Then can they pick up map number 2? This would be a huge boost for them, of course. Keep them in the game.
Yeah, pressure's really on now here for AG. As you said, attacking sided for the moment, at least, on Port. Hemo Brave, they have a good opportunity to close this one out, take it to map number 3, and really put some pressure on AG.
2 minutes remaining on the clock, pushing towards the B site for now. You can see, interestingly, the AG actually have 3 players in mid, 1 on B, 1 on A. I suppose like a counterplay potential to come out, quick rotations. Now they split back up.
Yeah.
They're just not sure where the bomb is going to go. It doesn't look like it's on any player to begin with. They're going to have to go back and pick that one up. There we go. Will be passed across, and still plenty of time to work with, but you can see, you can hear the crowd. Well, I can hear the crowd. They're certainly getting behind, I feel, the Brazilians right now.
I think the Brazilians at the moment are sort of the favourites. I guess the underdog story is always something that maybe the audience would enjoy. But let's have a look and see how they do. Entering towards the B site hasn't worked out too well for them, even finding a double kill. ZQ finding 1, and overall it's almost a clean sweep there. Vinny does at least manage to pull back another couple of kills there for Hemo Brave, but back to a 5v5, or 5-5 overall in terms of the score. Things even Steven at the moment.
Yeah, we're looking for 10 rounds. We're halfway there. But who is going to get there first is the question. The guys from All Gamers, if they pick this up, they will secure themselves a spot in this afternoon's grand final up against Boss. Look at this 4-stack over on the B site right now here from All Gamers. They're really protecting that B site.
2 snipers from AG, trying to find a pick to start things off here in this round. And I do like the double sniper setup. I think it works out very well for them most of the time. It's going to be 70kg once again, just holding down that A-bomb site. He loves playing up there. And last time we saw AG playing on this map, their opponent, Boss, just sort of avoided that A-bomb site. They went all the time towards B and really nullified the effectiveness of that sniper rifle for 70kg. It's going to start things off in this round here for Hemo Brave. TMQ goes down, although Vinny does get traded out. So overall, not too bad of a situation for the defenders. 4v4.
125 on the clock. The B site looking pretty stacked here for All Gamers. The A site may be a little bit easier. Perhaps they need to split on to B if they want to push that way. One player pushes forward, but even will go down. ZQ gets 1, gets 2. And now it's a 2v3. All Gamers with the advantage. Where are they going to take this bomb? The A site is open for now, but we know that 70kg is so good on that scope. He hasn't had much of an impact so far in this second half. Here's his chance.
Yeah, can he get a kill on the cross at the moment? He's really not in position to find one. Just rotating back towards his team, playing it a little bit safer here. Doesn't want to get picked off and force his teammates into a 2v2 situation, which would be not so favourable as a 3v2. It's a good shot though. 70kg does go down to Ruzao, and it's ZQ and LSN trying to push through the smoke. Ruzao, he's got a good spot for this one. He finds all 3.
Wow, the Brazilians are back on top here. 6-5 now, the score, 4 away from victory. Can they do it? To be fair, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised to see us go into overtime here again.
Yeah, it definitely is looking like it's going to be a relatively close one here between the two teams. And, well, I'd love to see a Game 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Game 3, overtime Game 2.
Yep,
that's
the dream.
That's a pretty good semi-final, if I do say so myself.
Mm-hmm. We'll see whether or not AG is going to let that happen. At the moment, though, Hemo Brave actually in the lead. 6-5. It's not much, but at least it's something here. Hemo Brave on the attacking side. Still, for now, just playing that slow sort of style that we saw them playing up against Pacific Makta, and it worked out very well there. It is working okay here for Hemo Brave in the second map, but the first map just did not go their way at all. So, it's still hard to tell who's going to come out of this one with the win.
Yeah, the Brazilians definitely looking equal to the Chinese right now, which was definitely not the case yesterday. So, a entirely different team turning up. LSN finds Joe straight away here, 125 on the clock. It's a 4v5, a little bit of damage going down onto AGTMQ, down 50% HP. Still plenty of time to work with, but both of these sites relatively well covered here from All Gamers. They seem to have it securely locked down. Hemo Brave going to need to find a way through.
Absolutely, and they have that player disadvantage as well, so it's not going to be easy. At least one takeaway is that LSN and TMQ have been tagged up a little bit, so potentially easier kills for Hemo Brave if the situation presents itself. But for now, Hemo Brave have to figure out where they want to go with this bomb. They've only got 50 seconds left to work with, and you see a couple of quick kills come out there for Hemo Brave. So back to a 3v3. Aim Green picks up another one there for them, and now they have the player advantage as they make their way towards the A-bomb site. They have almost complete control of this side of the map, and it's just a matter of time before Aim Green gets that bomb down, and AG must respond with a retake.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult at the moment. They're split up across both sides of this map. They're going to try perhaps and Pincer here onto the site, split their way through. We can see Ruzon in a good spot, but now Vinny, the last one left alive. It's a 1v1, and the bomb ticking away, but you can see the defender up on the site, perhaps potentially trying to defuse. Jumps down, finds the frag, and 2v3, the guys from All Gamers come out ahead. We'll get the defuse down as well.
I feel like Vinny probably could have played the time a little bit more there. He had a bit of time to work with. He knew that the bomb wasn't being defused, but in the end, AG pick up the win, and that's that. Back to 6-6, as close as it gets.
Yeah, that's it. This is precisely what we wanted here from our second map of our second game of the day. All Gamers, after losing map number 1, they've really... Hemo Brave, after losing map number 1, they've really turned up. All Gamers, on the other hand, they're playing some very good Crossfire today as well. We expected them to be our favourites coming through. And map number 1 was quite convincing. Map number 2, a little bit of a different story here, however. Certainly very, very even across the board.
Yeah, so AG still struggling at the moment in this one. It's not lost yet. There's plenty of rounds left to go, actually, in this second map, so both teams can come up as the victor. For now, it's really hard to tell who actually has the momentum.
Yeah, this round will certainly help things out here. A very big 5-stack coming out for Hemo Brave. Over towards the B site, you can see that only 2 players are here right now for All Gamers. The potential for a rotation, but look at this. We've got Aim Green pushing through. Can he find a frag? Just in mid here, pushing through. They'd love to try and split onto this B site. We saw All Gamers do it before. Aim Green will go down. Mass might go down as well. He does trade out 1. He picks up a second. Ruzal goes down now. Only 2 left alive for both teams. Make that a 1v1. They don't have the bomb, however. 1 minute on the clock.
You're almost back, Math, in this situation. He's been so good in clutch situations, but can he get it done here up against ZQ, one of the star aimers on AG? And the answer is no. ZQ picks up the victory there. And AG, they take the lead.
Wow, what a close game. 7-6. Now the score in favour of our Chinese team. These guys, they can pick this up in a pretty quick best of 3, two games through. They won't be feeling too bad heading into this afternoon's finals. The Brazilians, if they win, they'll need to win it across all 3 maps here. And they'll need to have played 3 best of 3s in one day.
Yeah, it's a tough ask for Hemo Brave, but they have to set their sights on picking up AG first, and, they need to do just that on this map as well. They're up against the wall, and AG are looking pretty good. Hemo Brave, it would be so disappointing to see them go out here. They had such a good run against Pacific Makta. Just feels like they have something more left in the tank. Are we going to see it, though?
Well, that's it. The Brazilians really, they feel like they have the potential. Picks up 2 very, very quickly there, and now 3 left alive here for All Gamers. They almost take out Vinny. It's still a 4v2. Sorry, a 4v3, which becomes a 4v2 with Joe there picking up even. They're onto the site. They're going to get the bomb plant down. Now 2 players left alive for All Gamers, and they need to try and make something of this retake. Otherwise, we'll be even back to 7 apiece.
Well, there's not much that we can see, really, you'd think, coming out from ZQ in a 1 versus 4, but he does manage to start off well, takes down Joe without losing any HP. He does get tagged a little bit there, but not too much damage going over to him. And now a 1v3, he must set his sights upon his opponents, but in the end, Vinny is going to be the one to close out the kill, and it's back to 7-7.
Wow, looking for 10 rounds here. 9 apiece will be overtime. We said that would be pretty awesome to see. We saw 1 overtime yesterday, and it was very, very close here on this same map with All Gamers up against Brave. Sorry, up against Boss even. And look, I'd love to see it again here up against Hemo Brave.
Well, it certainly would be a very surprising final if that were to be the case. For now, AG are attempting to make that not possible for Hemo Brave. But still not having the greatest of times about it here on Port. I mean, AG, they just don't seem to be doing anything wrong necessarily on their defensive side. REMO Brave are just having a good time of making their way into the sites, picking up kills that they need. And as of yet, it still hangs in the balance.
It certainly does. 7 apiece is to score. And for now, the guys from REMO Brave trying to play this very, very carefully. You can see that all gamers, they got 2 on each side. 1 just lurking in the middle. Not a bad way to play it. Playing perhaps a little bit further forward than we saw the guys from REMO Brave play it earlier, except for those few times they did rush out. A boost will come across into connector for now. Long A looking pretty popular here, but 70 kg, he's in a good spot.
Aim Green at the moment is just trying to fake out that B-bomb side, try and draw a rotation across. At the moment, really, AG are not falling for it. LSN has found the first one, even the second, and LSN gets the third, 2 for him in this round. But there's a response from REMO Brave. It's not quite what they needed, but at least it's something to work off. 2 versus 3 now for the attacking side.
They don't have control of the bomb yet. They want to find a frag. Ruzon, you can see, down to very, very low HP. Now 1 left alive. He can get picked up. Can he get the double spray? He does. Mats now in a 1v1. But no, it's not going to happen. All gamers coming through in the end. Finding the frag, finding another round, and putting themselves in the lead here. 8 against 7 is the score. And this game's so very close.
It certainly is. Both these teams have been picking up round and then dropping around, and it's been backwards and forwards at the moment. So really hard to say AG is going to be able to pick up this one here. Judging by past history in this last few minutes, it'll be REMO Brave to actually close out this one. But we have to have a look and see. 8 on the board for AG. If they close this one out, they'll be on map point and match point. So it's an important one for REMO Brave to be able to bring back.
All I'm going to say right now, Offish guys, considering what we saw of Brazil yesterday, this has been an amazing comeback here from REMO Brave.
Absolutely. They've definitely come out here and shown that they can perform on the international stage, which was not something that we saw them do yesterday, as you said. So regardless of how the result turns out here, REMO Brave, I think they should walk away with their heads held high.
Yeah, LSN pushing in very quickly. We can see that one player here from REMO Brave over towards the B side, but the potential for him to be caught out right now. I'm not sure if he's aware that there's someone right next to him, and he's not. LSN will find Aim Green, fortunately for Brazil, but the Chinese, they now have this player advantage. They have the round advantage. They're probably feeling pretty good. If they can lock this one down, they're in a great position, but even he picks up Joe, and now only 3 left alive here for REMO Brave. The Chinese looking very, very good right now.
Oh, great shot comes out from 70 kg. A no-scope. He won't manage to get the second onto Vinny, though, but it is going to be a round for AG. And now map and match point for AG. 9 on the board.
What can Brazil do? They look very, very focused from here. They need to pick up the next 2 rounds without losing one to force this one into overtime. The crowd is going wild. They are loving this action. Look at this quick push through, and he's already taken out Aim Green.
Oh, he's going to continue the push there. That might have been a little bit of a mistake from LSN, actually. But in the end, I guess he gets done a lot more than what was done to him. He gets 1.5 players worth of damage as he drops Joe relatively low as well. So overall, a favourable trade for AG, but I felt like LSN could have just backed out there after getting that first pick and played this one 5v4.
Look at this, another aggressive play coming out from AG. They're pushing down long A right now. The B-bomb site almost entirely open. They get the flank on, and Mass gets picked up. They need to be very, very careful here, all REMO Brave, if they want to stay alive, want to stay in this competition. They're down 3 against 4 right now. Still 1 minute 30 on the clock. So much time to work with. If they can find these 1v1s, you know, get the trades they need. But right now you can see they're very, very split up, so they need to be careful.
Well, I mean, a trade is not really good enough at this point for REMO Brave, considering the player disadvantage that they have. Somebody needs to find a free pick, and at the moment, it's going to be even. That's exactly not the situation that REMO Brave needed. They were the ones that needed to pick up the first kill here, and now a 2v4 is almost an impossible task. 3v4, sure, you can make something of it, but well, this is so difficult now for these remaining 2 REMO Brave players. They have not a huge amount of time to work with, and they're trying to find some frags, but it's just not coming. AG is giving them nothing, and AG have got so much control over this map. They know exactly where REMO Brave is. This is looking very dangerous for REMO Brave now as they start to make their way in towards that B bomb site. If they lose a single frag on the entry here, it's going to be all over, but they get the job done. They get it done well. Vinny does take down ZQ, who had his back turned, And now it's going to be a 2v3 for the retake for AG. A doable situation for Hemo Brave, but a difficult one.
Yeah, this is the only way that Hemo Brave stayed in this game. Look at this, the push coming out towards the left-hand side. Oh my goodness, it goes down, and the Chinese all gamers will pick it up. They're going to win this best of 3, 2-0 up against the Brazilian team. Hemo Brave will go down. They came into today, you know, most people perhaps expected, or at least most foreigners expected, that they would not make it through. The Philippines won that game, but now all gamers are through to the grand final. Our all-star team from China, they get the victory. They did map 1 very, very convincingly. Map 2 was a little bit shaky, but I feel really the Brazilians tried their hardest there. They